Hello again. Welcome back to Scarlet Nexus. My name's Biscuit, and we're starting off with a different beginning rather than just sitting at the save screen. I think from now on I'm going to go ahead and give a reading of Yuito's previous phase whenever we match that point in the timeline, just as a way of, hey, so this is what Yuito was doing while we were doing this previously. So Yuito thought he was at the hideout, but suddenly finds himself in Suo City. Yuito is made commander of a platoon with one of the Septentrions, Luca Traversed. However, he doesn't remember any of that happening. When he is examined at the OSF hospital, he is told his brain was in a temporary disorder. His brother Kaido, the chief of the OSF and government, requested that he be hailed as a hero. While Yuito is waiting for his prescription, Tsugumi notices someone she thinks is Nagi on the bus underground. Wanting to speak with Nagi, Yuito chases after the bus. Yuito's group arrives at the former OSF hospital, and they find Nagi. He tells them to run if they don't want to be personality rehabilitation victims like him, or turned into others. They are attacked by waves of others, and Luca says they need to escape. It says that Yuito leaves Nagi behind, but he didn't have much of a choice because Luca forcefully teleported him to a different spot in the facility, and then went back for the others. Fubuki actually finds them after the end of the boss fight of that area and helps them get out. So you know that square of construction? The one where Karin met the Randall's industry person? Apparently that's actually a blind spot in New Himuka's security system. So Fubuki takes them there and talks to them. He knows that New Himuka has been performing research on powers in the old hospital. This research's byproducts gave birth to the personality rehabilitation techniques that brainwash people and the methods to metamorphose people into others. Nagi underwent personality rehabilitation because he saw Naomi metamorphose. Fubuki was able to prevent Gemma, Kasane, and Yuito from getting the same personality rehabilitation because he was able to get there in time before they got pulled back. But Nagi, unfortunately, was taken away before Fubuki could intervene. Knowing all this puts Yuito's group in a dangerous situation. So they end up going to Kikuchiba again on a patrol mission while Fubuki goes and runs around in the government to basically protect them again. According to Luca, Fubuki's old fiancée, Alice, metamorphosed like Naomi. Karin and Fubuki learned of the government's dark deeds when trying to discover the reason for her metamorphosis. Yuito says that if it was the government's plan, his father and brother would have known about it. They talk while they patrol Kikuchiba, and Kasane attacks, which we just saw in the last video. Yuito hesitantly fights and dodges her, but when he tries to speak with her, Kodama appears. Kasane's group uses this opportunity to escape. Yuito receives the medicine prescribed to him by the OSF hospital from Kodama. It's the same ampule they found when Naomi metamorphosed. Other than that, this is Yuito's base. And what I mentioned the other day Yeah. You see that poster? That is exactly the kind of shit that Luca wanted to turn Yuito into. Like, in the first Bond episode. I actually think maybe something like that. No, I guess it doesn't. Anyway. Go ahead and make sure it's saved here. And then I will see you all again in a few moments. I gotta switch over to Kasane. Welcome back. We're back onto Kasane's side. I have 3 points. Oh, okay, that was the one I was looking for just a moment ago. Yeah.
So we failed the job that Seiran official gave us.
It was Kodama's fault. We couldn't help it. I never thought failing a mission would relieve me so much.
Oh, new products. Guess I didn't look at any of this before. Oh right, because it was such a long video to begin with. So it's equipment upgrading time. And I think I'll grab another few of these. Maybe. I'm a little low on. Okay. One too many times on the button. Okay. Gotta grab gifts. Okay, so the face vision seal is the one that was getting in the way of this. I do kind of like this look, though.
I don't think I should be giving opinions on fashion. I mean, I guess it looks good.
Okay. This is the Seiron Revolution broadcast. We have interrupted regular programming in order to deliver you the truth. We discovered and eliminated countless hidden cameras and surveillance devices installed around Seiron. This is irrefutable evidence of government monitoring. The broadcast of this channel will be suspended due to technical difficulties. This is the Seiron Revolution broadcast.
It might be good to talk to Arashi.
Might be good to talk to all of them. Hello, I'm the one and only Musubi, owner of the best spot for kicking back, Musubi's. Sorry for the message out of the blue. There's something I really need to ask you, so I asked my connections for your contact info. A freelance journalist, one of my regulars, just vanished a week ago. Her final message freaked me out. I got my hands on a scoop, classified data on criminal syndicate, but now I'm being hunted by a ruthless assassin. She asked me to get this info to a safe place if I didn't hear from her for over a week. But she also said the data is dangerous, and not to give it to anyone who can't take care of themselves. She wants it in the hands of the OSF, so here we are. I don't mean to drag a loyal customer into this, but could you just drop by so we can have a chat? I'm always at Musubi's, so just give me a shout. Code. So... Sorry, cough in your ears. So this is actually where it starts unlocking the codes that I can enter from watching the anime. But I don't have a Funimation account, so probably just be looking it up online myself later. You know, Seiron feels so much brighter as a city compared to Suo. What is it? More liberating? It makes you want to shout at the top of your lungs. Don't start shouting in Seiron, you'll be a nuisance. You can yell as much as you want, just make sure you do it a healthy distance away from us. I don't want people to think we know you. Wow, why are you two so harsh? You're right. Seiron does feel liberating somehow. Maybe it's because you can see the ocean from the city. The salty breeze feels nice too. That's true, but I'm sure it's not the only reason it feels so liberating. Kasane, let me thank you again for before. I hope we don't fight each other anymore. Lately, I've found myself going to the abandoned subway a lot. I don't think I'll ever forget what happened there. I'm really sorry. Gamma, are you still blaming yourself for what happened to my sister? We should talk. We don't have to think about what side's wrong. If you're at the abandoned subway, then wait for me. I'm headed there now.
Kasane?
Gamma, did you read my message? I came to talk to you. It seems like you still feel responsible for what happened to Naomi. It isn't your fault she turned into another. There's no point in you blaming yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove the mask.
Came all this way just to say that?
Well, you felt guilty enough to come all the way here.
You're right. It's probably presumptuous of me to think it was all my fault. Still, I can't forget what happened to her. It's sad to think this is how I behave after the decades I've fought.
I don't think it's sad, just surprising. I thought your experience would allow you to cope better than this.
That's what I thought. You don't have time to falter when a friend dies in battle. Our role as members of the OSF is to bottle up our feelings no matter what happens, and fight until the last other is killed.
But you haven't been able to control your emotions. Do you have any idea why?
I must be at my limit. I've lost too many friends. Friends of many years and rookies like Naomi. While everyone else lost their lives, I'm left standing here, my retirement drawing closer.
You make it sound like it's bad that you're alive.
I feel guilty. The young people with promising futures die, while someone like me with not many years left is allowed to live. That's why I was so committed to protecting the young members.
I know that you wanted to protect Naomi. However, there's no point in regretting the past that way. You're better off focusing on what needs to be done right here and now.
I know that.
Gemma, behind you! Good reaction.
The enemy was just weak. I can still fight for now.
What do you mean for now?
I'm old. I'll have to retire soon. When
His
I retire,
left
I'll
arm?
stop administering the anti-aging drug. My body will begin to grow old and my power will gradually diminish. As someone who's had to rely on my power for decades to survive in battle, I'm a little worried about its strength diminishing.
I do remember reading something about that.
It might be the distant future for you, and it's just around the corner for me. Many retired soldiers have a hard time adjusting to civilian life after being in the OSF for so long. There are those who have nowhere else to go after society throws them out. No family or friends to rely on.
Are you saying you'll be one of them?
Yeah, I spent most of my life in the OSF. I can't do much other than fight. How is someone like that supposed to live outside the military? I'm ashamed to say that I'm afraid of that day coming. If I have to live on carrying these feelings for my fallen comrades, then I think I'd rather die in battle. I'm sorry. That was a stupid thing to say.
I don't understand. If you're serious about wanting to die, then I misjudged you. You say that you're the only one left alive, but it's not like you've survived this long on your own. Even my sister was worried about your health. And you just roll over and die? That's so selfish.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I'm leaving. Goodbye. What is he thinking? Naomi was so concerned about him. It's not like I haven't thought about giving up my own life if it could help save her. But that would only make her sad. I thought he would have figured that out.
Yeah, so his left arm, his sclerokinesis is actually kind of going out of control. So it's kind of stuck in sclerokinesis mode. And that's a part of his problem. I shouldn't have said I wanted to die. I hope you'll let me apologize again. I've been feeling very unsure of myself lately. I was 8 years old when I was scouted. I've lived in the OSF for a long time. I want all of you to have a life with no regrets. I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know how many regrets you've had in your life. I'd like to ask if we get the chance. If you want to talk about it, that is. Yeah, ask me. Someday. See you later. Just what is going on here? Can you please explain all this to me? Did you really kill my father? Why are you trying to kill me too? I don't want to be your enemy without knowing why. If there's something that you can't tell me, then let me know. I might be able to help somehow. Please, Kasane, this just isn't right. I have nothing to say to you. You have blocked Yuritoshi Muraki. You will no longer receive messages or call requests from this user.
There. This doesn't solve everything, but at least he won't ask me about it. He's someone I may have to kill eventually. I need to make sure we interact as seldom as possible. Or else I might lose my nerve when the time comes. He's kind of strange. He's not like Naomi or Captain Seto. It's not like I found him especially interesting, so why couldn't I just ignore him? Oh well, he can't contact me anymore. For now, I just need to focus on Naomi.
Give me a moment, because I am going to take this mask off.
I guess I should talk to Kagero.
I don't think there's anything else here. I'm surprised you'd be so willing to thank someone.
Thank you.
Real lightning is the best. I'm surprised you understand the incredible beauty of it. Someday, I want to take a picture of this. Someday. Kasane, you can come talk to me whenever you want from now on.
Thank you.
Rings are strange. They contain everything that makes us who we are. We should have shared our investigation on Carlin with everyone sooner. I have a few things I need to own up to this time. That's outside my department, but I guess this is the wabi-sabi idea of beauty. Excuse me?
Arashi, why are you sleeping here? Didn't you say you were going to check the SAS?
Arashi is currently in maintenance. Please wait until services resume.
Skipping out on work? Arashi, you bring lazy to a whole new level.
Shut up. People need to get plenty of rest or they can't work.
Plenty of rest. Oh, look at the time. It's almost time to eat.
No wonder I'm so hungry. What a stupid alert system.
Wow, so you can't even be bothered feeling hungry? Well, I was going out to eat. If you're hungry, then how about joining me?
Eat out? Listen, Rookie, the city is full of danger. You could find yourself surrounded by civilians or hounded by the crows.
Fans in the press. Must be tough being famous. Basically, you're saying...
It's a pain.
I thought so.
We don't need to go out. We have our rations. It gives us the minimum essential nutrients we need. Isn't that wonderful?
You care about efficiency that much?
Of course. And these rations can be eaten right away. It's my treat. Want to join me?
It seems like you're absolutely against going outdoors. Okay, let's eat here then.
I completely understand though.
Ah, this soda hits the spot. There is no better beverage in the world.
Glad to hear it. By the way, do these rations taste a little too salty to you?
You think so?
I'd understand if it were heavily seasoned, but I'm just getting a strong taste of salt. It's not very balanced.
That's surprising. I thought you were more like me and didn't really care about taste that much.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I used to care. I bet it's because of Naomi's cooking. My taste probably changed without me noticing.
She likes to cook, too. Handmade hair clip, homemade cooking. She sounds like quite the homemaker.
She liked doing it since we were little. And I always helped with the taste testing.
I see. That's why these rations are not to your liking.
It's not that I don't like them. I just said it's not very balanced. It could just be that my palate is more refined now than it was before.
Good grief, are you really bragging to me about your sister right now? How are you two so close when you're not even related by blood?
Because my sister was so kind. There's no way I would have survived in that house without her.
Did something happen with your family?
I guess. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful they took me in. But my parents don't see me as family. Not Naomi, though. She's always been there for me, protecting me. And that's why I wanted to do everything in my power to protect her no matter what.
I don't know Naomi that well. We only got to fight together a short time. And this might come off as rude, but that hair clip and Naomi's cooking you hold so dear, I just don't understand their worth. However, hearing you tell me about them has helped me to get to know Naomi. You really found yourself a good sister.
Yes, I did. Thank you for the food.
Okay, we've gone through the chore of eating. Time to resume services.
Seems like you're ready to go back to work.
Before I forget, you can pay me back for the rations by helping me out with a little job later.
What?
Oh, just hearing you talk about Naomi, I sense that you're someone who has a strong sense of duty. When someone protects you, you protect them back. In other words, since I treated you to a meal today, you'd want to pay me back. Or else it wouldn't sit right with you. I'm really just doing it for your sake. I'll let you know what you have to do later. Now, I've got to go.
Oh, that's so unfair. Arashi! This must be what she had in mind the whole time when she said she'd treat me. She really got me. Nobody is better at slacking off.
And she is.
You have some potential, Kasane. I could be your instructor if you want. I can teach you the fundamentals of Arashi-style slacking off.
Wouldn't you just slack off and not teach me anything?
I have nothing more to teach you. Well done.
Got Card Castle playing cards as a present.
I never get bored watching you. I'm developing a greater personal interest in you.
I don't know what made you think that, but is deepening our understanding of each other a good thing?
I guess if you have the power to control gravity, making that kind of thing isn't very hard. Especially since Kasane does specialize in using lots of little knives simultaneously. So even the cool Kasane can act like a teenage girl. I'm a little relieved, actually.
Good taste.
I'm not much of a gardener, but I'll ask Tsugumi how to take care of it.
Kasane, you've come to see me. Let me guess, you've finally fallen for this sly fox's charms.
Disturbing things do tend to stand out.
Ouch. I demand an apology and compensation. Therefore, I'd like you to come to Kikuchiba with me.
Kikuchiba? What are we going to do at a ruin overrun by others?
I mean, if I suggest we go to Musubi's for a talk, you just turn me down.
It doesn't matter where we do it. I hate meaningless conversations.
Just think about it. If there are others, we can fight. It wouldn't be meaningless if we were also gaining valuable fighting experience. If you don't want to talk, you can just focus on the fighting. That way, there's no wasted time.
I can't imagine I can improve my skills training with you. Our power disparity is too great.
Seriously? Come on, just humor me, would you? Please, Kasane?
Why does he want me to go with him? As irritating as this is, this might be a good opportunity to finally get him to tell me about his past. Okay, if it's training, then I'll go with you.
That's the spirit. Don't let my graceful knife skills make you fall in love with me.
Since I'm absolutely not interested, could you fight invisible the entire time?
Nice.
There's no sign of any others.
What, really? They're usually everywhere. Of all the days they're not around.
This is no different than talking at the hideout. Let's go back.
Wait! We'd be wasting a trip if we just turned around and went home.
Fine.
Atta girl. Don't worry, I won't bore you. There's also something I wanted to show you.
What?
It's a surprise for later. Come on, this way. Well, our plans may have gone awry, but at least we can have some fun without getting interrupted by others.
Our goal was combat training. Having them around was the whole point.
Even you must have realized that the combat training was nothing more than an excuse. Oh, this really brings back memories. This area used to be a shopping district. I always came here with friends to blow off steam.
Now it's nothing but a bunch of sad rubble. Gives me a strange feeling.
I mean, I guess to someone young who wasn't around back then, this would look like nothing but a pile of rubble. Somewhere nobody lives anymore. Nothing left but visions. It's almost like the entire city has been left to haunt this area. I know it sounds absurd, but in a way, it's actually pretty funny.
He's doing it again. He's lost his levity. I wasn't just imagining it.
Oh, there it is.
A little crane
An
game.
arcade game?
Not just any arcade game. You operate a crane to grab a prize, and if you manage to drop it down the hole, you get to keep it. This used to be real popular back in the day, especially with couples. This is why we came here. Let's see if it still works.
It's plugged in, but it's not responding. Maybe it's broken.
Wait. No, it's just locked. All right, time to use the hacking program I borrowed from Arashi.
That sounds illegal. This place may be in ruins, but are we allowed to just operate this and take its prize?
Don't worry about it. It's been left like this forever, so nobody's going to get mad if we take a prize or two. Oh, nice, it worked. Ha, look at that. Now tell me which one you want. I'll grab it for you.
There are only plushies. I don't really want any of them, but if I had to choose one, then that one, I guess.
Okay, say no more. Consider it yours. I used to play these games all the time back in the day. I'm basically an expert now. Start it up, turn here, and now!
He dropped it.
I'm not giving up yet. One more time. This time I'll get it for sure.
He hasn't even gotten a single one yet. At the rate this is going, I'll never be able to ask him about himself. Can I get a turn?
Okay, but this is more difficult than I thought it'd be. You know, I bet the store manager put the prize in a position where it's hard to get.
Sometimes the case. But Kasane just cheats.
Hey, you're cheating! All my hard work vanished like tears in the rain.
You brute forced a locked machine with a hacking tool. So who's the real cheater here?
Well, I suppose you're right. Okay then. I know this just started to feel like a date, but I think it's time we call it a day.
Oh, were you two together?
Oh boy. Looks like we're caught. Well, cat's out of the bag. I guess there's no sense in hiding our secret now.
Secret? What were you doing?
He thinks we were on a date, which I in no way wanted any part of. If it were a date, well, I'd call it a complete failure.
Kasane? Why would you say that in front of me? What part of it was a failure?
Most of it.
Naomi told me dates were supposed to be fun. That wasn't fun at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, you're a little too young to go on a real date anyways. And I am an old geezer.
And why are you hitting on her?
In fact, I'm old enough to have a kid your age. Now that I
Then
think
why are
about
you
it,
hitting on her?
a major here would be more suitable for me.
Then why don't you treat it like an outing with your daughter?
What's the fun in that?
It's not like I actually want to go on a date with him. I can't imagine it'd be more fun than this last one.
Whoa now, that sounds like a challenge to me. Okay, give me another shot.
Do whatever you want.
I'm glad you two are getting along so well.
Boy, you really are capable, Kasane.
I'm detecting some sarcasm.
If I was being sarcastic, I'd say it sarcastically. I have a pretty good eye for people. Just accept the compliment. You really are getting along well with the guys in this platoon. My hat's off to you.
Okay. So, invisibility will continue shortly, even after I attack. Got a teddy bear. Team Bond level 3. They've been recognized as a team with a strong bond and ability and are allowed to wear white battle attire.
I think you'll find that I can warm your frosty heart.
There's no need for that. At least I know now that you're actually considerate.
Owning oil? Oh, honing oil. It's like, wait a minute, what? You get yourself into trouble more than I thought you would, Kasane. You need to learn how to avoid that stuff. That being said, I do have the annoying job of running PR, which I hate, but continue to do. It's an example of what happens when you don't stay out of things. You do a good job for hating it so much. You're a totally different person when you do PR. I admire it a little. That's just experience. You'd be able to be all chipper in front of the cameras too if you'd been doing it since you were a kid. I don't recommend it, of course. Getting good at doing something you hate is nothing to be proud of. It's been such a long time since I played this game. It makes me feel young again. You ended up using your psychokinesis on me, though. Oh, that game might still be around here somewhere. The one where you hit a drum along with the rhythm? Do you know it? I'd love to show you how good I am with the sticks. I don't know that game, and I don't want to see it. I don't care about your silly stick skills, Kakura. There's the cold shoulder. You shouldn't call it silly till you've seen it. Oh well, we should do this again sometime. So Kagero plays Taiko no Tatsui. Or Tatsuji. Is that it? Give me a moment. Yeah, Taiko no Tatsuji. Dawn White. That actually doesn't look too bad on her. Certainly matches her hair. And I do like it better than this one. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and save. And we're just gonna go ahead and look around for side quests. I don't know if we'll actually do them. We're not going to be continuing the story any further, at least in this video. Okay, he didn't say anything new. I doubt the other people will either. Maybe outside in the actual city. You said the same thing.
Is it me, or are we hanging out a lot?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything new yet, other than those two side quests showing up. I received a new commission from the Seiran OSF and am in charge of development and research of an OSF battle support system. We were able to get some secret data from Suo, but it seems we are especially lacking in brain field data. I'm sure a hero like you can use the brain field. Could you use it to defeat some others? Thank you. I greatly appreciate your help. I just had a quick little thought, actually. Before I go pick up the other side quest.
Seiran is nice, right?
Not changing it directly,
So
but
beautiful by the water. Time seems to move more slowly
Immediately.
than in Suo.
Yeah, but you're from Seiran and you don't take it easy at all. It's too bad.
Too bad? What's that supposed to mean?
But after I unlock... Where is it anyway? Yeah, I can push to that next few levels. After I get that, I'll go ahead and equip the one I just grabbed. Because this would increase my basic defense, and that one would give me a little bit of mercy and vulnerability. Which... you have all seen just how much I fucking need that. The Seiran OSF will continue to be the last bastion to protect the citizens. Therefore, we must study our current battle prowess to form the most effective groups. You'll help us as well, of course. Can you use SAS invisibility? Use it to take down some others. Okay, get it done. And... since some side quests come from SUVs. welcome. Oh, you didn't happen to see my message, did you? If you did, let me ask you one thing before we get down to the nitty-gritty. Did any words in my message catch your eye? If one did, let me know what it was. That's correct, so you can have this. Sorry for putting you to the test like that. It's a very important job, so I wanted to ask someone who seemed like they had the fortitude to do it. You seem like a great pick. What I'd like to ask you about is a favor coming from my friend and regular here at Misugi's, Mimi. Mimi is a journalist who used to come here every day, but I haven't heard a single thing from her in a week. She's resolute and passionate, but sometimes tends to make mountains out of molehills. I couldn't help but think she might be exaggerating when she said an assassin was after her. That doesn't mean she's definitely not in danger, though. I've been getting more worried with each passing day. So, I decided to ask you about the favor she wanted to ask the OSF before she disappeared. I'll forward you her last message. Can you try to check how she's doing while you carry out her request? She has no family, so if she really is in trouble, you're the only one that can help her. Please, for my dear friend. Yeah. So, a code is hidden in each episode of the anime. You have to find and decipher the codes. But for right now, there's only the one. And I'm pretty certain that by the time I finish the game with all the recording and so on, it's not going to be anywhere near complete. So, for the most part, I'm just going to leave it be. I did do that first one on Yuito's route, see kind of what it was. Basically, aside from a little bit of a reward, more info, on this page, you could press switch info, and then you could press it again, and there'd be some other talking about that character. I don't know if that's going to be the reward for all of them, but it was for Yuito's, and it was just talking more about Yuito. I don't see any other side quests here. And it is late. I've been having a hard time sleeping lately. This is one of the only reasons I'm actually recording this episode, or this video. I will probably go ahead and do the side quests off camera whenever I wake up. But for now, I'm going to try to get some sleep. Chronic pain is a bitch. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're taking care of yourself, and hope you'll see me in the next one. Take care.